Hello, welcome back to the channel. I have another beer review for you from the three that I bought at Festival before moving. And this one is Blake's Hard Cider. It says sweet mango meets homegrown habanero. This is El Chavo, mango and habanero, gluten-free, contains alcohol, made with real fruit. It's 6.5% ABV. It's a hard cider, which means it's apple cider. Cider with a story. This is blakeshardcider.com, independently owned, so if you want to check out the story, you can go on the website. It says bold and sweet with a little heat. Okay, and since this is a hard cider, it has nutrition facts. Serving size 1, serving size 12 fluid ounces, amount per serving. Okay, obviously. 180 calories. Total fat, 0. Sodium, 5 milligrams. Total carbs, 7 grams, 6% DV, whatever that is, sugar, 13 grams added sugar, 26% DV, daily value. Protein, 1 gram, 1% of the daily required value. So, if you want to fool yourself into thinking you're being semi-healthy, then I guess that will work. Okay. I was going to sit on the step stool, but that looks kind of funny. I spray cleaned this chair, and it's a little rough. It came with the apartment, as did the table. And again, I like this view. This is the best backdrop, as I've said, we've had so far, with the exception of the apartment in Albuquerque, where I could sit in front of my dad's old bookshelf with books, and I had a backdrop of a shower curtain, I believe, for a while I was using as a backdrop, which was kind of cool. Or sometimes at my bar, it would do that as well. But this is kind of cool. I like the wood. They've got the fake wood blinds. And the light green, I'm not a big fan of light green, but it works well and it ties in nicely with all the sugar skulls. Kind of sleepy. I was thinking about waiting till the middle of the week to do more videos, but this is the last day of my vacation, so this is as good a time as any. I will upload the one I made yesterday. I will upload tomorrow, and then I will upload this in the middle of the week. Again, I'm holding off on tea and pajamas. We are moved, but I have so many teas to go through, and I've got 2 more coffees that I was going to do a haul review on, and maybe I will just put them as separate reviews and then just hold off on tea and pajamas until I get some teas that are worth sharing. You know me, I won't get the stash all the way down, but it'll give me some time to think about what to get and also give the mail time to catch up with me. Yes, I'm still looking a little rough because I started moving last week, finished up Wednesday, and went into unpacking mode like a crazy person. Got it done in 2 days. Moved 2 days a week apart with help from a friend and their friends, and got things unpacked in 2 days. So I didn't give myself any time to rest, so I am exhausted. So it's probably better to do this now, because if I wait till the middle of the week to do them in real time, then I will be even more tired than I already am. Let's check this out. It's a nice color. It's got the color of a hard cider or even some types of beer. You can smell the apple and a little bit of the chili. My nose is kind of stuffed up. Being out in the country, basically, more vegetation, more wild plants, more weeds. So therefore, my nose is more stuffy. So my body's going to have to adjust. Yes, you get first thing you get is the habanero and apple together, straight up front. It doesn't mess around. This would be good with Mexican food because hard cider doesn't have a strong flavor or as much body to it. I guess it's a thing you can say. I'm saying it anyway. What I'm trying to say is you probably wouldn't want this with beef or pork necessarily. Maybe pork, but definitely not beef because if you're eating it with any kind of animal or fish protein, um, the stronger the flavor, the more you'll drown this out. So pork, possibly. I'm not a big pork eater anymore. Well, I don't eat pork anymore, actually. Um, Something lighter, fish, but certain types of fish. Um, Poultry. When I'd go in Albuquerque, when I'd go for a poke bowl, I would get something like this, or the poke bowl, or a fish taco, and that was really good. 6.5%. It's drinkable, definitely. Is it sessionable? From what I've seen of other beer reviewers and alcohol reviewers in general, and people like the guy from How to Drink, sessionable is typically lower range, lower ABVs. So this would probably be on the upper end. It is a pleasant taste. At 6.5%, you're still not going to want to knock back that many. And also, depending how you do with flavors like this, you may or may not get tired of them after a couple. So that's on you, how you would want to do it. It's on the upper end. And because it's not a strong flavor and it is kind of pleasant, if you like heat, if you like chili of any kind, you might want to kick back more than a few. If I had the budget, I could buy a lot of beers and alcohols. I used to buy more than I do now because having to watch my grocery budget and my budget in general. I don't buy quite as much alcohol. But if I had a better budget, I could see me drinking three of these over the course of the day. Like that's half a six pack, and not have any problem with it. But then again, I like chili. Well, I'm thinking about it, hot and spicy. For some people, just spicy for me. Let's lift one for the Kilted Goth. He's been gone for a while now, but I really think he would approve. Cheers. Like I said, I've pretty much got this place as whipped into shape as I can. I have things that I still can't put out. I have no room to put my other two game systems. I have to figure out how I'm going to hook up my computer setup because since I'm using someone else's Wi-Fi, I don't have a modem or a router, so I have nothing to plug my HDMI for my computer. I have nowhere to plug it. And I can't even run my game system because I'm not getting any signal. And trying to turn on my PlayStation 4, I'm hoping it did not go into safe mode because I can't tell if I've got it on or off because the TV is not getting a signal. Okay. I had offered for Stitch to do this review with me, but as soon as I switched chairs, the sound of moving the stuffed stool off to the side and bringing up the chair was too much for her. She's kind of high strung right now. And the baby is taking a nap. Oh, there's Stitch. Do you want to join me, Stitch? Do you want to come up? No? No? She's not quite sure. Like I said, she's still getting used to this. She's used to jumping up on a chair and then hopping up onto the breakfast bar, which we no longer have. Excuse me. And also, the neighbor has a cat, so she's smelling cat. Excuse me. So it'll be a while before she gets back into the antics. I saw two little birds outside my bathroom window this morning. I think they were sparrows, or they could have been finches. I should have just taken a photo, but me decided to try to catch a video, and I started recording just as the one hopped off the window and started flying. And then I tried to follow them with the camera on my phone, but I kept looking up too high because it's like on the second floor. So aiming the camera down and recording them in the tree. I was flicking down to the tree and wasn't seeing them in the tree. So I kept looking through the grass with the camera to see if I could find them. So I edited that video down to about a minute and a half. So that way, basically, I have the two birds. Well, the one sitting in the window and the other one flying. I started recording just as the other one flew off. So I had that, and then a little bit of the beginning when I was trying to find them through the camera, and then cut off a chunk of it. Me roaming the camera around everywhere looking for them. So I'm going to experiment with that for shorts, maybe for Instagram or whatever. And I know this isn't goth per se. My last place wasn't either. The place before that, I was trying somewhere. It was somewhere between steampunk and goth. And if I would have started my channel in my mobile home, you would have loved that. It was a crazy mismatch of stuff. I should have started then. But I wouldn't be able to show you the TARDIS front that I set up for the spare room because the hallway was so narrow. To take pictures of it for my Facebook, I literally had to open one of the doors, step out onto the stairs, and take a picture into my trailer. So it would have made videography a bit difficult, but I would have found a way to show you shots. And the floor was a mess. I stripped out the carpet. I was going to try and stain it with coffee, very old, old school staining, but I didn't have the proper equipment to sand down the wood. And my younger son said the floor was too rough. He didn't like that, and he also didn't like the neighborhood I was living in. So I upgraded, and also issues with a neighbor. I won't delve into that. I think I've mentioned it in the past. So basically, it was a fun project, kind of whimsical, but the setting for the mobile home, if it would have been in a different place, I would have kept it, and then I would still be there and not here, most likely. And you would have seen that place evolve over time. But then you wouldn't have seen my apartment before the last one, which was interesting, and you wouldn't have seen this. So things happen for a reason, I guess. Mostly me making ridiculous choices, but also circumstances. So here we are in this interesting kind of lodge-like setting with wood and light green. Again, totally not goth, but if you're into cottagecore, it would be a thing. Yeah, it's dipping in and out because it's going by the light. I'm way past time. I'm just sitting here rambling. It's We're at 16 minutes. So we better wrap this up. So again, back to the drink, the hard cider. It's El Chavo by Blake's Hard Cider Company, and it is made in all over. Canned by Blake's Hard Cider, Armada, Michigan, Wolcott, New York. Ooh, here's the ingredients: hard cider, sugar, habanero tincture, malic acid, mango, and other natural flavors. Yeah, it does say mango and habanero, so it is an apple cider, but it has mango in it. And I neglected to mention the mango flavor because I was focusing on the apple because since it's a hard cider, it's made predominantly with apple. Yeah. Yeah, the apple and the habanero are first on the list of ingredients, which is why I was tasting those. And even though it says mango, I wasn't getting the mango. But then again, the mango, it's entirely possible that the mango and the apple could have been competing. Yeah, the mango is faint. It's more. Now that I think about it, it's more on the backside. Again, give it a try. If you like spicy things, you will love it. If you like hard cider and mango, and you're willing to put up with the slight discomfort for not liking spicy stuff, give it a try as well. Have a wonderful day. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once. If you want notifications, hit the bell a second time. And as always, drag responsibly, take turns driving the hearse. And if the designated Dracula wants to have some fun and do a little drinking, let them drag as well. And remember your large parasol and your 100 SPF plus, so the vampires don't turn into a pile of ash. And please take care of the cryptids, shapeshifters. Bleh, I can't talk, I'm tired. I've only had one drink, honestly. Cryptids, shapeshifters, and mythical beasts of all kinds. because they are endangered right now and they need extra protection and love and care. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye now.